Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Today we're talking about our top 20 quarterbacks and our top 40 running backs here for week 9. Before we get into those lists, which we know we don't waste a whole lot of time over here, what is something else we do all the time? We give things away, right? And if you watched last week's tailgate episode, you watched me open the mystery box from Pristine Auction where we got a signed Laviska Shenault jersey and a signed Aaron Jones mini helmet. Well, the mini helmet was given away during our members-only live stream the following Sunday. So today, we're giving away a signed Laviska Shenault jersey. Look at, there's even a picture in the bag of him signing, and you see it there behind the certificate of authenticity. There's Viska in there signing this jersey right here. You actually get a picture of him doing that. So looking forward to giving that away. How do you get in to getting that jersey? It's super simple. You like this video, you leave a comment down below that you're interested, and then tomorrow during the tailgate episode, I'm going to pick a winner. It's that simple. You gotta love our friends over at Pristine Auction, right? Do me a favor. Head over to pristineauction.com after this video is over. Sign up for a free account. Use the referral code, the promo code Headliners when you do so, and they're gonna send you a $10 off coupon. You don't have to go buy anything right this second, but Christmas is right around the corner, and as long as you get that free account set up, it really helps us over here at the channel and continues to allow us to get these free things on a weekly basis. So looking forward to giving that away. But now let's head into week 9 and talk about our top 20 quarterbacks here for this week. And let's just keep Josh Allen at the top. What do you say? He had a great matchup last week against Miami. Now he gets the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't care if it's at home, if it's on the road. Josh Allen be putting up points. Got him at number 1. Number 2, Matthew Stafford, Los Angeles Rams. A matchup this week, Sunday Night Football at home in LA against the Titans, where he can put up some big numbers, plus primetime TV. Got the weapons to go out there and put on a show. Love what we're seeing from Matthew Stafford. Got him at number 2. Number 3, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. A matchup going up against the Minnesota Vikings, so we know he's going to have the opportunity. Plus, coming off the bye week, he's fresh, he's healthy, he's good to go, and we know he's going to be running all over the field. Got Lamar Jackson, number 3. Number 4, Joe Burrow, the Tiger King. Joe Exotic. Is that what I'm supposed to? Somebody told me to call him Joe Exotic going forward. I got so many nicknames for the dude. I don't know what to call him anymore. But in a matchup here this week, going up against the Cleveland Browns, who are a lot easier to throw on than they are to run on, and we know Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, that connection is legit. And then you sprinkle in some T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Dude can put up big numbers. Got him at 4. Number 5, then, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs at home against the Green Bay Packers with no Aaron Rodgers on the other side of the field. But what do we see from Patrick Mahomes, who's struggled at times? Well, he needs a lot more help from his pass catchers, right? They're having a lot of balls go through their hands, tipped interceptions, fumbles, turnovers, whatever you want to call it. The offensive line hasn't been playing great, but you can't drop Patrick Mahomes too far down the rankings. The guy is just so close to going out there every single week and putting up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has the weapons to do it, and once the offense clicks, you don't want him on your bench. That's why I got him at number 5. Number 6, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Still not 100% healthy, but could be good to go. One thing we are paying attention to, CeeDee Lamb. It's being told that he sprained his ankle in practice today. That's something we're paying close attention to, right? Because we don't want him to lose one of his main weapons. But in a matchup this week, going up against the Denver Broncos, they're going to be throwing the ball like usual. Got Dak at 6. Number 7, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. Lowest I've had him in a while, too, with a matchup going up against San Francisco in San Francisco. And Kyler Murray still missing practice due to an ankle sprain. Now, do I think that he can still play this week? Absolutely. Kyler's one of those guys who doesn't really need to practice this week to still go out there and start on Sunday. But we really need to start seeing him maybe progressing a little bit as the week goes on to have that warm fuzzy on the inside. Until we see that, though, I got him dropped down to 7 and currently trending down until we get better news. Number 8, Justin Herbert, or Herbert right now if you're not feeling fancy because it's a Thursday afternoon. He's going up against the Philadelphia Eagles this week, and Justin Herbert had a couple down weeks, but another one of those guys that can go out there weekly, throw up 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. We saw him get Keenan Allen more involved last week, and what we haven't seen as of late is more Mike Williams. Once he gets going once again, the numbers are going to escalate, and that's why I got Herbert at number 8. Number 9, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles, really reliant on his feet, right? We mentioned this in the start-sit video all the time. Typically with quarterbacks, we want them to go out there and throw the ball, and whatever they get on the rushing side is like the bonus. Well, not the case with Jalen Hurts. We want him to run the ball, and whatever he gets in the passing game is the bonus. In a matchup this week going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, hopefully they can put up some points and have to force Philadelphia to keep their foot on the pedal. That's why I got Jalen Hurts at number 9. Number 10 then is going to be Derek Carr. Las Vegas Raiders may surprise some people for as high as he is, especially since there's no Henry Ruggs, right? Well, he still has Hunter Renfrow. He still has Brian Edwards. Still has Darren Waller. He's got a couple pass-catching backs with Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs. And in a matchup going up against the New York Giants, Derek Carr is somebody who's gone out almost weekly this year and thrown for at least 2 touchdowns and 300 yards. The guy has been putting up great numbers, severely underrated. Got him at number 10. Number 11, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings, that matchup against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And with the likes of Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook in the backfield, Kirk Cousins doesn't have to go out and throw 50 times a game to put up big numbers. He has the big play options in his offense. In a game this week that I expect him to have to throw against the Baltimore Ravens, I expect the Ravens to come out, on fire after their bye week. So Kirk Cousins is going to have to throw a little bit more. Got him at number 11. Number 12, Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins, a matchup going up against the lowly Houston Texans. Didn't like Tua last week against Buffalo, but this week, with the weapons he's got against the Houston Texans, we could see the return of QB1 Tua. No, not QB1 overall, but a top 12 option for me. That's why I got him sitting right here at number 12. On to 13 then, which is going to be Carson Wentz, Indianapolis Colts, playing tonight at home against the New York Jets. I really don't have him higher because I kind of expect the Colts to get a lead and rely a little bit more on their running backs this week and maybe not need Carson Wentz as much. Plus, we saw some bonehead mistakes just this past week. Sure, he still put up some solid fantasy points, but we really don't want those mistakes to gain momentum and start happening weekly. Carson Wentz sitting right here, just outside the top 12 at number 13. 14, Teddy Bridgewater, Denver Broncos, that matchup going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Like the Dallas Cowboys defense kind of banged up right now. No Jabril Cox. We know Trayvon Diggs is banged up as well. Plus, if Dak Prescott plays and they can put up points on the Dallas side, Teddy B going to have to keep his foot on the pedal as well and throw all 4 quarters. No, he doesn't have Noah Fant, but he still has Cortland Sutton. He has Jerry Jeudy, and he has 2 great running backs with Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. I still have Teddy B sitting right here at 14. 15, Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco 49ers, playing up against those Arizona Cardinals. A Cardinals defense which is just going to look a little bit different, minus J.J. Watt going forward. The pressure can't get to the quarterback as quick, so it allows more routes down the field to develop. Maybe to the likes of a Brandon Ayuk this week. We've seen Jimmy G do great against the Cardinals in the past, and they have the weapons out there and available for him to be solid. Plus, does he actually get George Kittle back? That's something we're really waiting to hear on. If he does, I like right where I have Jimmy G. If it comes out here later in the week that George Kittle's not going to play, Jimmy G may drop a couple spots here. But for right now, got him at 15. 16, Taysom Hill, New Orleans Saints, kind of a shot in the dark right here. I love the rushing upside of Taysom Hill, especially once they get inside the 20. They like to really utilize him kind of in a Wildcat-esque type format that really boosts his floor on a weekly basis. The points that he can score in one drive, it's going to take Trevor Siemian quite a bit. So until we really find out who's going to be the guy here in this offense this week, got Taysom Hill sitting right here at 16. 17, Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully he's got his hand put back together because he was bleeding profusely this past week after being cleated on his non-throwing hand. But a matchup here this week going up against the New Orleans Saints. A New Orleans Saints defense that kind of made Tom Brady work for it a little bit, right? Kind of laid it to Tom Brady here at times. And can they do the same to the Atlanta Falcons, especially with no Calvin Ridley? We've seen Russell Gage kind of disappear here as of late. Do they send Marshawn Lattimore over to cover Kyle Pitts to try to take him away? It's just going to lower the ceiling here this week for Matt Ryan. A lot of question marks, and that's why I got him dropped down to 17. 18, Daniel Jones, New York Giants, a matchup here this week, going up against those Las Vegas Raiders. And to be honest, I would love to put Daniel Jones higher. The problem is none of his weapons are ever healthy. And if they are healthy enough to start the game, they're hurt by halftime. And that is a problem, and it really limits his upside on a weekly basis. It's taking away a lot of his scoring opportunities. That's why I got him at number 18. 19, Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee Titans. I'm worried about this offense, not so much overall rest of season. I'm worried about it this week going up against the Los Angeles Rams, who have now added Von Miller to their defense to go along with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. We are unsure how healthy is Julio Jones going to be. Is everybody just going to be focused on A.J. Brown, taking away that passing and forcing old man Adrian Peterson and Jeremy Nichols to beat them on the ground with Aaron Donald up front? And so it's just going to be one of those things that I kind of like to see before I really risk throwing Ryan Tannehill into my lineup here right away. That's why I got him sitting at number 19. And then number 20, Justin Fields. We saw what he could do last week, but that was without Matt Nagy. Does Matt Nagy get a clue now and say, hey, maybe this is kind of how we should utilize this guy going forward so we actually have a chance at winning ball games because he's a crappy head coach? That's why I don't have Justin Fields any higher. We saw the potential last week, but until we see it with Matt Nagy on the sideline, I'm a little bit worried there as well. Got him sitting at number 20. All right, so those are my top 20 quarterbacks here for Week 9 fantasy football, but it's time to transition over to running backs. We need to look at the top 40 guys who grab their balls and run through open holes for a living, and we're kicking it off here, number 1, with Jonathan Taylor. And as much as I love Jonathan Taylor, it kind of does pain me to not have Derrick Henry sitting atop these rankings, right? It just seems a little bit weird, but Jonathan Taylor, a great matchup going up against the Jets to kick off Week 9. We know he's going to get the volume if they get that late lead. He definitely could see extra volume in the fourth quarter, plus he's involved in the passing game and the running game, got him sitting at number 1. Number 2, Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers. Now with no Aaron Rodgers, do they rely a little bit more on their running backs in a matchup against Kansas City, which is a great matchup for Aaron Jones? The explosiveness should be there. Maybe more check down passes, more screen passes. Got him sitting at number 2. Number 3, Dalvin Cook, Minnesota Vikings, that matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. The explosiveness, the involvement in the passing game as well. Plus, we kind of saw Dalvin Cook struggle a little bit last week, and they're going to want to get him back on track, get him going, force feed him some touches to get his momentum moving forward as well. Got him at number 3. Number 4, Austin Eckler. The guy just continues to score touchdowns on a weekly basis. He's definitely somebody who's involved on the ground, especially around the goal line and through the air, going out there and getting you right around 8 targets a week. Definitely a great start, and will be once again here this week against the Philadelphia Eagles. Got him at number 4. Number 5, then Najee Harris, Pittsburgh Steelers playing Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears, and this dude's volume is just absolutely insane, right? He's Derrick Henry-esque right now because he's getting involvement in the passing game. He's getting 20-plus carries on the ground every single week, and now a matchup against the Chicago Bears, primetime football. We know Big Ben isn't what he used to be. I don't see this usage changing. Got Najee Harris at number 5. Number 6, Darrell Henderson, Los Angeles Rams. They have that Sunday night matchup against the Tennessee Titans. Darrell Henderson just gets scoring opportunities, right? In this offense run by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, the big play weapons that they have with Cooper Kupp and with Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee at times, they really utilize those guys all over the field, which opens up holes left and right for Darrell Henderson, giving him top 10 potential weekly. Got him sitting number 6. Number 7, Alvin Kamara. Got him dropped down a couple spots, not only just because of the addition of Mark Ingram, but it's really because we really have no for sure clarity at the quarterback position in New Orleans. Is it going to be Taysom Hill? Is it going to be Trevor Siemian? Trevor Siemian helps the numbers of Alvin Kamara. Taysom Hill takes away some of that upside of Alvin Kamara. So until we really know what exactly is going to happen, got Kamara sitting at number 7. Number 8, Zeke Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. Their matchup going against the Denver Broncos. Not the easiest of matchups, but with Dak not quite 100%. They could rely on that running game a little bit more. Plus, they utilize Zeke in the passing game, right? If they can really get him going this week, getting him some screenplay opportunities, really boost that ceiling. Plus, the guy's still scoring touchdowns as well. Got him at number 8. Number 9, Sir Nicholas Chubb, Cleveland Browns. Got drama going around Cleveland with Odell Beckham. How do they kind of silence the crowd a little bit? They just do what they do best. They run the ball. They run it effectively. They do it against the Cincinnati Bengals, and they continue to give Nick Chubb 20-plus touches a week until they can really get this offense back in line. Got him sitting at number 9. Number 10, his opponent in that game is going to be Joe Mixon, who we've seen kind of on fire as of late, right? The entire Cincinnati offense just continues to put up points, and Joe Mixon kind of in one of those situations similar to Darrell Henderson a little bit, right? He's getting so many scoring opportunities in this offense, it's really boosting his floor weekly because the guy doesn't have to go out and rush for 100 yards because he's getting those goal line opportunities all the time. So that's why I got him sitting right here at number 10. On to 11 now is where I have Cordell Patterson, Atlanta Falcons. Their matchup against the New Orleans Saints, not the easiest this week, but with no Calvin Ridley, potentially Marshawn Lattimore trying to take away Kyle Pitts, we could see a whole lot of Cordell Patterson. That's why I'm keeping him inside my top 12 right here at number 11. Number 12, Damian Harris, somebody who's been running like a man on a mission in New England. He's definitely the most involved running back in this offense, right? Everybody behind Damian Harris, kind of a crapshoot. But Damian Harris himself has been solid and consistent, continuing to get volume. That's why I got him sitting right here at number 12. Number 13, the rookie who's kind of starting to heat up here a little bit. It's Michael Carter, New York Jets, playing Thursday Night Football against the Indianapolis Colts. And it's not so much his rushing ability in this game. It's his involvement in the passing game, especially with Mike White under center. The guy is receiving so many check down passes because Mike White's average air yards are like 5 yards per attempt. He's not going deep down the field. He's being safe with it. And Michael Carter is definitely benefiting. That's why I got him at number 13. 14, Josh Jacobs, Las Vegas Raiders going up against those New York Giants. They're going to be looking for pass-catching weapons. They're going to be looking for weapons anywhere, right? They've lost Henry Ruggs, and Darren Waller is not 100% healthy. They're going to have to utilize their running backs a little bit more, and that's why I got Josh Jacobs at 14. 15, Elijah Mitchell, San Francisco 49ers going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Not the easiest of matchups. And as of right now, Elijah Mitchell a little bit banged up and missing some practice. Sounds like he should be good to go for the weekend, and the kid's been performing as of late. Going to pay attention to him and ask the doc about him on Friday as well. Got him sitting at 15. 16, then Chuba Hubbard, Carolina Panthers going up against the New England Patriots. And even though that Christian McCaffrey has been designated return from the IR, does not 100% guarantee us that he starts this week. And until I get that word, we're looking at Chuba in a matchup against the New England Patriots. Chuba's been running hard as of late. We know that Sam Darnold is not 100%. He's severely concussed, right? Maybe they have to go to PJ Walker, maybe rely a little bit more on the running game. That's why I got Chuba at 16. On to 17 then, James Robinson, Jacksonville Jaguars. A very difficult matchup going up against the Buffalo Bills, plus J-Rob, he ain't healthy either, right? Dealing with a bruised heel, still missing practice, kind of waiting to hear what his status is going to be for this week. And until we get more information, I had to drop him down quite a few spots down to 17. And as of right now, he's trending down until we get some good news. 18, Devontae Booker, New York Giants. Don't expect Saquon Barkley back this week, obviously. So they got a matchup going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. And Devontae Booker been running great here as of late. Plus, he's one of the only healthy weapons in this offense. So you know he's going to get touches. Got him at 18. 19, Chase Edmonds, Arizona Cardinals. He's actually trending up the rankings right now. He looked very explosive, looked great last week. And in this matchup against San Francisco, in which we may see Kyler Murray banged up, another one of these opportunities where we may see a little bit more of the short passing game. Plus, we know DeAndre Hopkins isn't 100% healthy either. Chase Edmonds could be that explosive guy underneath. Got him at 19. 20, Khalil Herbert, Chicago Bears, another guy banged up. I mean, is everybody banged? We're just looking for guys with a pulse at this point because everybody at the running back position is banged up. He's got a very difficult matchup Monday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. So this is going to be one of those opportunities for him to kind of go out there and try to make another name for himself in a difficult matchup, but the floor is going to be severely limited. We know Damian Williams injured his knee last week, so how involved is he this week, if at all? Could see a lot of Khalil Herbert, or we could see Justin Fields taking some of those rushing attempts away. So I'm going to have to put him down here at number 20. Number 21, James Conner, Arizona Cardinals. Even though Chase Edmonds right now is the more explosive guy, the guy scoring all the touchdowns in this high-powered offense is James Conner. And once they get inside the 5, it's Conner's football, and he's putting it in the end zone. That's why I got him at 21. 22, Myles Gaskin, Miami Dolphins. A great matchup for him going up against the Houston Texans at home in Miami. The biggest issue with Myles Gaskin is usage, right? As long as they use him, he scores fantasy points. The problem is the usage is not consistent ever. So that's why I got to draw it down all the way to 22. 23, Boston Scott, Philadelphia Eagles with a matchup here this week going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. Not the easiest of matchups, and he's splitting touches in this backfield, right? We know that Kenny Gainwell is going to be involved. We know that Jordan Howard is going to be involved, especially around the goal line. So Boston Scott's kind of a little bit more reliant on those big touchdown runs in order for him to find the end zone. Luckily, he has that ability in an offense that's going to run a lot. So Boston Scott sitting right here at 23. 24, Melvin Gordon, Denver Broncos going up against the Dallas Cowboys as of right now. And technically, I'll do 24 and 25 together because it's both of these guys. It's Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams, both the Denver Broncos against the Dallas Cowboys. These guys are seeing split touches. Now, last week we saw Melvin Gordon running a little bit wild, right? The guy was like out there trying to make sure he didn't get traded or something because he was running great, looked great. But both of these guys really have. Javonte Williams leads the NFL in a ton of categories at the running back position, and he's super efficient, super explosive, able to break tackles, which every NFL coach loves. Both these guys, super solid flex plays, weekly basis, got him at 24 and 25. 26 then is going to be Darrell Williams, Kansas City Chiefs, a matchup against the Green Bay Packers. And why have I dropped him down so much? Well, honestly, he's going to probably move up a couple spots here as we head into the weekend possibly, but Derek Gore is the thing in this backfield as of right now, and he's taking away volume. If Darrell Williams doesn't find the end zone, he's going to hurt your fantasy team. A little bit touchdown dependent right now in an offense that's somewhat struggling, which is crazy to say about Kansas City, but that's why I got him sitting at 26. 27, Kenyon Drake, had to move him all the way up here to 27 after the news of Henry Ruggs, because we could see a whole lot more Kenyon Drake, especially in the passing game. Got him at 27. 28, Mark Ingram, New Orleans Saints with that matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. And really, like I said with Alvin Kamara, it's still kind of unknown. Really depends on who the quarterback is going to be in this offense. Mark Ingram going to get some touches on the ground for sure, 100%. But if they don't result in touchdowns, if he's not getting the scoring opportunities, he's not going to be as involved in the passing game because that's going to go the way of Alvin Kamara. Could limit his upside. That's why I got him at 28. 29 then, Mike Davis, Atlanta Falcons. Had to move him up in the rankings, not super high, though, because the usage is still all over the place. But once we know we lost Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage kind of pulled his disappearing act. Maybe they start relying on the running backs a little bit more there in Atlanta. So I got Mike Davis at 29. 30, Ty Johnson, New York Jets. Actually really been involved in the passing game as well. Both Michael Carter and Ty Johnson being utilized in the short passing game and as checkdowns to Mike White. That makes his floor a little bit safer, and that's why I got him at number 30. 31, A.J. Dillon, Green Bay Packers. We talked about this a little bit earlier with Aaron Jones with no Aaron Rodgers. Now, how much more do they utilize their running backs on the ground? The reason that A.J. Dillon isn't higher is just last week against Arizona, we saw them not use A.J. on the goal line, and they continued to pound Aaron Jones. You have a big, bruising, strong back in A.J. Dillon, and they still didn't give him the goal line carries on multiple opportunities, so that worries me a little bit for his touchdown upside. Got him dropped down here to 31. 32 is Jerry McNichols, Tennessee Titans. Everybody's crowning this kid as the waiver wire savior here mid-season. I like the potential. I just don't know if the ceiling's going to be there. This is not a team that was scoring a ton of touchdowns anyway. And when they get around the goal line, it's not, out of the question for Ryan Tannehill to call his own number and get into the end zone. Now they've added Adrian Peterson. Sure, Jerry McNichols going to be involved in the passing game. I just don't know if we see a whole lot of volume to the point to where he's startable every single week and really saves your roster. It could be a pleasant surprise, but I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid just yet. Got him at 32. 33, Zach Moss. I continue to just not be impressed by Zach Moss. He's not that great of a running back in an offense who's really their running back one is their quarterback in Josh Allen, taking away a lot of those scoring opportunities. I expect them to be leading against the Jacksonville Jaguars. If they're leading, that means that they're not throwing the ball, which is where Zach Moss excels in the pass catching game. So I got him dropped down to 33. 34, Jordan Howard. Philadelphia Eagles really reliant on goal line carries, right? That's really the only time they want to use Jordan Howard. The only time he makes any noise is inside the 5. And if they don't get those opportunities, he's not going to help your fantasy team. Plus, we know that Gainwell and Scott both involved as well. So Jordan Howard at 34. 35 is going to be Devin Singletary, Buffalo Bills. Like I said with Zach Moss, neither one of these guys are high-end starts to where you want to throw them into your lineup ever, right? But in a game in which I just said the Buffalo I expect to be leading late in this ballgame, maybe they run the ball a little bit more on the ground. That's Devin Singletary, got him at 35. 36 is Adrian Peterson, the new running back here of the Tennessee Titans. He's somebody who may actually creep up a little bit, but not too much. Not in this matchup going up against the Los Angeles Rams. I expect him to have some solid weeks at the end of this season. But against the Rams with Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey on the outside, not exactly an ideal matchup for his first game here in Tennessee. That's why I got him dropped down to 36. 37 then, Tony Pollard, Dallas Cowboys. His intermittent usage is kind of a headache, right? But maybe we see CeeDee Lamb a little bit banged up and limited this week, which means we could see more Tony Pollard. That's why I got him at 37. 38, Devontae Freeman seems to be the lead guy in this backfield of Baltimore, but with Latavius Murray coming back, how does that change? We still have Le'Veon Bell and Tyson Williams. That's a mess. 39 is Dearness Johnson. What's going on with Odell Beckham, right? I mean, he's a part of the Browns. He's not a part of the Browns. Do we need more playmakers? Do we not need more playmakers? Are we going to limit Nick Chubb? Are we not going to limit Nick Chubb? So many questions there that I'm still going to include Dearness Johnson at 39. And then 40 is Carlos Hyde, Jacksonville Jaguars. Mentioned James Robinson earlier. Now, Carlos Hyde is somebody who could shoot up these rankings if James Robinson does not play. How high could he go, do you ask? It would not surprise me for me to see him right there around that 28, 29, 30 range if we don't see James Robinson. It's still a very difficult matchup for him going up against the Buffalo Bills, but his name I didn't want you to forget, so I threw him down here at number 40. All right, so that's my top 20 quarterbacks, my top 40 running backs here for Week 9 fantasy football. Do not forget, though, remember we're giving away the signed Visca jersey here. All you gotta do is leave that comment below and hit the like button. Then make sure you watch the tailgate episode tomorrow, Friday. It's usually late afternoon, early evening as we head into the weekend where we can kick back and relax a little bit. And I'll be announcing the winner of that signed jersey. Looking forward to doing that. But hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.